This video covers the general operation and maintenance for your new equipment. Every operator should watch this video before using the machine. Provided with your machine was an operator's manual. If you have not read this document, please pause this video and do so before continuing. This video provides information that is general and not tailored for your specific cleaning application. It does not take into consideration the health and safety risks specific to your application. Due to the many and various cleaning applications, the manufacturer, importer, distributor, or seller of this equipment is not responsible for its performance. So, let's get into it.
Hello, I'm Dave from Alpha Clean, and my goal today is to make your job as easy as possible. What I'd like to run through with you today is the HM35 carpet machine. This machine is very commonly used in different facilities, aged care, hospitals. It's a self-contained machine, and as you'll see soon, it can also be used with a hose and wand and an upholstery tool. This machine has two tanks. It's a 35 litre capacity machine, 35 litre clean water, which we fill into the top front tank here. And as well as you can put some chemical. We also recommend probably doing more pre-spray, but if you want to find out more about a range of chemicals, you can contact Alpha Clean. So we've got the 35 clean water capacity, and then our dirty water then comes into a 35 litre waste water compartment in the back here. You will find the machine will come with a hose. This hose is used for two reasons. One is to bleed the system. If you're not getting any water through the system, they might have an air blockage, so you can plug it onto the front. So you plug it in, and then you can use the suction here to help draw the water through the machine. It can also be used then to drain the water tank. So in the bottom of the tank we have a gauze filter. You will find any dirt that falls into your tank, or it might be use of too much chemical. This will gum up and reduce flow of water coming out of your machine, so this needs to be checked regularly, can be removed, cleaned, and then refitted back into the base of the tank. The other service item on the machine is our filter in our waste water compartment. So it's just inside the tank here. It's the ball float. So we've got like a gauze filter there with a ball in it. So this needs to be kept clean. Over time you'll get a lot of lint and fluff and hair that will block that up. If this gets blocked up, it'll reduce the suction on the machine. The other thing is we need to make sure is that this ball is free to move at all times, because what will happen is as the water comes up, it'll pick up the ball. The ball will then block off the suction so that no water ends up into your vac motor. Because what can happen is if you have too much foaming in your tank, the foam can find its way into the vac motor. So what can happen is the water level may be down below the ball, yet the foam is not heavy enough to pick up the ball, therefore it'll work its way into the vac motor. Please note, if your vac motor fails due to moisture, this will not be covered under warranty. So we've got the clear lid on the top here. So please note this seal around this lid needs to be kept clean. If this seal is damaged or removed, this will also reduce the amount of vacuum, the suction. So to empty the wastewater tank is through this dump hose here at the back of the machine. Cap can be removed, and then the water can be emptied out of the machine. Please note this also needs to seal properly. So the cap needs to always be put back into position. Make sure it's sealed properly in view of not losing any suction. And when we put this hose back onto the machine, the hose itself's got to be put back into the clip, not the section at the top of the hose. Please note, if this is put onto the clip, it may push the hose in and create the seal to open up at the top here, and will affect the performance of your machine. So underneath this machine we've got probably three main service points you need to keep an eye on. So we've got our jets. We've got two jets underneath this machine which puts the water down. These can be easily removed, just a quarter of a turn, and they can come out. So visually you can inspect to make sure there's no gunk or dirt in the jet. These can be cleaned out with soapy water. Just push it in and just a simple turn and it's back in position. Then we want to keep an eye on this brush. We want to make sure this brush is kept clean. Once again, just make sure you don't have a build-up of lint, hair and rubbish. That's just a matter of visual inspection. You can use a damp cloth and a rag and keep that clean. Thirdly is our suction. So in here we need to keep clean, because if it blocks up, it is going to affect how dry the floor is left. So if you're keeping this clean, it'll give you a dry floor. You can use just a plastic ruler, run it through there and just keep that clean. Also, we've got the little opening at the front here where our hose and wand will plug in. We need to make sure this seal is always kept intact and kept closed, otherwise that also will affect the suction on the machine. If at any time your machine stops and we've got no function, no power to it, there is a safety reset button just underneath here. So that'll pop out. This can be simply reset by pushing it. If it continues to pop out, please contact Alpha Clean and we can help with further assistance. Also on our electrical cable, you notice our cable is run through what we call a cable restrainer. That is so that if we pull that cable, we're not pulling the cable out of the machine. So we want to make sure that the cable is in this retainer at all times, just to reduce any failure with the cable. So you'll notice the machine's got quite large wheels. This is to help for transport. Also the wheels extrude past the back of the machine, so if you do have a couple of stairs, it can be easily pulled up the stairs. So we've got our brush deck, our main brush deck at the front there. There is a lever here which can operate the brush deck, so you've got the option to lift the brush deck or lower the brush deck. There will be times when cleaning carpet where you may want to run over the carpet without the brush deck, so you can run it with it up, but then when using it to deep clean, you can then put the brush down. So to operate this machine is very basic, very simple. We've just got a series of switches here. We've got our brush switch, so to operate the brush. We've got the water switch, so the water switch comes on, and then you've got our vacuum switch. We've then got a switch at the back here which you can continuously flow your water. You can continuously run the water or an intermittent flow. So it's a two-way switch there which runs your water. So very straightforward, and as you know, to operate the machine we simply just drag the machine backwards. But once we've finished a run, we then turn our water off on this switch here and then up and then start another run. So an option with this machine, we can run a hose and wand. Therefore you can park the machine outside a room and use the wand for cleaning in between beds and stairs and different applications. You can also then run an upholstery tool. So to hook this up to the machine is very simple. We've got the two hoses. We've got our vacuum hose which plugs straight into our front port here. Then we've got our pressure hose which then plugs into this fitting. So likewise with the wand, we just plug our suction hose on and then our pressure hose on. So on the wand, we've got the handle here which can be adjusted depending on your height, just to make it easier for cleaning. And then also we've got our jet at the base of the wand here, which if you have a blockage may need to be removed and cleaned. Once all our switches are on, then we can just activate the pressure and then start cleaning. So as you can see, the HM35 carpet machine is very easy to operate and maintain. Any further questions, please contact Alpha Clean.
Thank you for your time, and we hope this video has been helpful. Remember that regular maintenance of your machine is recommended to optimize its life cycle.